This is the research topic assignment for PAL 242 in the fall of 2013. Please note that it is to this video that you should reply in order to complete the assignment. And you also may work either alone or with a partner. In fact, I'd encourage you to work with a partner. Now, this assignment has several aspects. The first is to select a dependent variable on which to base your upcoming assignments. Second is that you should provide a rationale for the selection of your dependent variable. Third, you should identify 2 or 3 independent variables and state your hypotheses. Fourth, you should prepare a narrated slideshow summarizing this information. And finally, you should post a brief 90-second video on YouTube describing your dependent variable, your rationale, and your IVs. I'll talk about each of these in turn. The first is to select your dependent variable. To do so, I suggest you review the CES 2011 or the American National Election Study 2012 code books, and you should select a dependent variable indicator of interest. Then, using WebStats, you should ensure that the selected indicator has sufficient variation for analysis. And then you should present a formatted frequency analysis. By formatted, I mean that it is not just raw output. Then next, you should provide a rationale for your work, and that is based upon identifying at least 2 sources of background information for your selected dependent variable. And you should briefly summarize the key points and the sources in bullet form and provide proper citation for your sources. And then you can identify your independent variables. I think you need to find 3 plausible reasons for variation in your dependent variable, and you do this by referring, where possible, to the literature. Then you should find indicators for your independent variable in the code book. Identify your hypothesis, if possible using arrow diagrams, and make sure that there is variation in your independent variables. And then you should narrate a slideshow, and you can use either Keynote or PowerPoint and include 4 or 5 slides. Slide 1 would perhaps have a title and a pseudonym. Slide 2, a dependent variable including a name, wording, and frequency. Slide 3 would have references to the literature and the hypothesis. And slide 4 and 5 would have your independent variable names, wordings, and frequencies. Then you need to post your video onto YouTube. Now, to do so, I don't want you to use your own name. I want you to select the city name as a pseudonym. So create a YouTube account using PAL242 as the first name and a pseudonym and 2013 as the last name. So, for example, the name might be PAL242 Toronto 2013. And then send your pseudonym to Professor Fletcher and Mr. Eady. And then post the audible video response to this video. And you should include your frequency syntax in the video response.